welcome to your sleep story. I'm so glad you're here tonight. Whatever this day was, however long it felt, however much it held, it is behind you now, completely behind you. You made it through, and that is everything. So let's begin. Before I take you anywhere tonight, I want to count you down from 10 to 1. And as I count, I want you to allow yourself to sink just a little deeper into wherever you are right now. Feel the weight of your body. Feel what is beneath you, holding you. And with each number, just let go a little more. 10. Allow your eyes to close. Gently, completely. There is nothing you need to see right now. 9. Feel your shoulders and let them drop as far as they want to go. 8. A slow breath in through the nose. 7. And all the way out. 6. Your hands. Feel them opening. Whatever you've been holding today, you can put it down now. 5. Your jaw is soft. Your face is soft. 4. Your legs are heavy, warm. 3. You're drifting, not asleep yet, but moving that way. 2. The day is behind you, completely and entirely behind you. 1. And now, tonight's sleep story, the relaxation. Before we go anywhere, I want to stay here with you for a moment. Just here, just now, because this moment, this exact moment right now, where you are lying in the quiet, deserves a little attention, a little kindness. Take a breath in for me, from the very bottom of the belly. Good, and let it go. And as you breathe out, I want you to imagine that everything you were carrying today, every worry, every unfinished thought, every heavy thing is just leaving with that breath, just drifting away. You don't have to solve anything tonight. You don't have to figure anything out. You don't have to be anything other than exactly what you are right now. A person who deserves rest. A person who deserves sleep. Because you do. You really do. Whatever happened today, whatever was hard, whatever felt heavy, you made it through. You are here. And that is enough. That is more than enough. You are safe. And you are here. Bring your awareness gently to your feet now. Just notice them and allow them to soften. The toes uncurling, the arches releasing. All the small held tension of the day simply letting go. Let that softness travel upward, through the calves, through the knees, the thighs. All of it warm, all of it heavy, all of it resting now. Your lower back, your hips. Allow yourself to feel the surface beneath you taking your weight completely, fully. You don't have to hold yourself up anymore. The valley has you. The mist has you. The belly soft. The chest soft. The heart beating steadily as it always has, as it always will. Your shoulders dropping, your arms heavy and warm, your hands open and still, the neck long and loose, and your face, let the jaw go. Let the forehead smooth. Let the eyes be completely still behind their lids. There you are, from the top of your head to the tips of your toes, completely soft, completely warm, completely at rest. You've done beautifully. Now, let me take you somewhere the valley is deep, and the mist is in the trees, and the old chapel has been standing for 400 years, and the keeper is locking the door in the last of the light. Come with me. The valley, Ireland, the west, the valley that runs down from the mountains to the sea, the valley that no road visits directly. The road goes around it, or over it, the valley itself, accessible only by the small lane that comes down from the mountain pass, that ends at the valley floor, at the river, the valley, the glacial valley, the U-shape of it, carved by the glacier 10,000 years ago. The flat floor, the steep sides, the sides, green, the particular green of the west of Ireland, the green that the rain makes, the rain that comes off the Atlantic, that finds the mountains, that falls and makes this green, this impossible green. The valley in October, the bracken turning, the brown gold of the bracken on the upper slopes, against the green, the lower fields, against the gray of the October sky, the mist in the valley floor, the mist that has been in this valley all day, the mist, this mist, the Irish Valley mist, different from the moor mist. The moor mist was open. This mist is in the valley, contained by the slopes, pooling in the low ground, the river in the valley bottom, the mist rising from the river, the warm river water meeting the cool October air, the mist that is the river, become air, become visible air, the mist in the trees along the river, the alder and the ash, the trees of the Irish River, their bare branches in the mist making the valley smaller, making it more itself. The valley you cannot see the end of. In the mist, the valley that exists only as far as the mist allows. The mist that is the valley being private, the chapel at the valley's edge, where the lane ends, the chapel, old, 400 years old, perhaps older, the walls of it, the dry stone walls, the slate roof, the small window, one window on the south side, the small door, oak, very old, its hinges, the iron hinges that were made by the blacksmith of the valley long ago, who is long gone, the hinges still holding the door, the stone, the small cross above the door, not elaborate, a simple cross cut into the stone, the chapel that has been here since the valley had enough people to need a chapel, and has been here long after the valley has fewer people than it once had. The chapel that the valley kept even when it had no reason to, except this: it was here, and the keeping of it mattered. The smell, the chapel, when the door opens, the smell, old stone, the cold damp of old stone in the Irish West, the stone that has absorbed the moisture of 400 wet winters, the stone that never fully dries, the damp that is the stone, being Irish stone, being of this place, being of this valley, and the beeswax, the candles, the beeswax candles that Bridget lights every Sunday, that she lights for the festivals, the smell of the beeswax in the cold chapel, the sweetness of it against the cold stone, the warmth of it in a cold place, and the turf from the small brazier that Bridget lights in the coldest months, the turf smoke that has been in this chapel for as long as there has been someone keeping it warm, the smell of the valley in the chapel, the outside smell. Inside, Bridget, she is locking the door. Her name is Bridget. She is 66 years old. She has been the chapel keeper for 28 years. Before her aunt for 30 years before that. Before the aunt, there has always been someone in this valley who kept the chapel, who lit the candles, who swept, who checked the roof, who opened it on Sundays, whether anyone came or not. Bridget, the keeper, who does not ask how many will come, who simply opens, who lights the candles, whether one person comes or 10 or no one. The chapel open because it is open, the candles lit because they are lit, the keeping as its own reason, the key in her hand, the old iron key, the key that has been the chapel key for as long as anyone can remember. Old, heavy, its iron, worn smooth, where the hand holds it, the generations of hands that held this key, the keepers before Bridget, before her aunt, all of them holding this key, the iron worn by all those hands, the key that knows, the lock that it has opened for 200 years, perhaps more, the key in Bridget's hand as it was in her aunt's hand, in the hands before that, the continuity of the chapel, in the continuity of the key, the last light, October, the light going early, the Irish October light, that is already low at 3, that is going by 4, that is gone by 5, the long Irish twilight, the light that does not go suddenly, that leaves gradually, that gives time to notice the leaving the valley in the last of the light, the bracken going from gold to brown as the light leaves the mist in the valley, the mist thickening as the temperature drops with the light. Bridget at the chapel door, the key in the lock, the last of the light on the old stone going from gray to the darker gray of evening, the light finding it one last time before it goes. What the chapel holds, the chapel that Bridget keeps. What does it hold? The obvious things, the wooden pews, 4 of them, the altar, simple, the stone altar, the candle holders, brass, the image, the small painted image, in the niche, in the wall, old, very old, the paint faded, the figure still present, still the figure, despite the fading. These things, and the less obvious, the prayers of 400 years, in the stone, the way the schoolhouse holds the attention, the way the observatory holds the looking, the way all the rooms in these stories hold what was done. In them, the prayers in the walls of the chapel, the sorrow and the gratitude and the petition and the praise, all the kinds of prayer that people bring to small chapels in Irish valleys for 400 years. In the stone, still here, the river beside the chapel, below, just below, the valley floor, the river, the sound of it, from the chapel door, the river, always audible, from the chapel, the sound that the keepers have always heard, locking the door every evening, the river that has been beside this chapel since the chapel was built, the river that the people of the valley crossed to come to the chapel, the stepping stones still there below the chapel, the flat stones in the river that the feet of the valley have always used, still there, still crossable, if you know which stones to step on. Bridget knows. She has been crossing the stepping stones to the chapel since she was a child. What Bridget knows. She knows the valley, every family, every house, who is born, who died, who left, who stayed, the valley that empties slowly every generation, the young people going to the cities, the houses standing empty, then not standing, falling, the roofless houses of the Irish West, the abandoned that are everywhere in valleys like this. She knows the chapel, every stone, the stone that is loose in the north wall that she checks every week, the slate that slips in the winter storms that she and her neighbor climb to replace each spring. She knows the keeping, what it requires, the attention, the small repairs, the candles changed when they burn low, the floor swept after the Sunday service, the service, whether anyone comes or not, the keeping, whether anyone notices or not, growing still. Bridget is at the door. The key turned, the door locked. She stands for a moment before she goes. She always stands a moment at the door after locking, not for any reason, simply the moment between the closing and the leaving, the transition, given its space, the valley around her, the mist, the last light, the river below, if thoughts are arriving, and they probably are, because that is what minds do. They are not staying long. The valley takes them, the old valley, glacial, 10,000 years. The mist that has been in this valley every October for 10,000 Octobers. The thoughts come, you notice them, the valley receives them, as the valley receives. The mist, the rain, the seasons, you don't need to hold any of them. Just the chapel, just the old stone, just the key in Bridget's hand, just the river below, just the mist in the trees. Peace lives in this valley, in the chapel and the key and the river and the mist and Bridget's 28 years of faithful keeping. Tonight it is yours. Good night. You are doing so beautifully. The day is done. You came to the valley tonight. The mist was in the trees. The bracken was going brown gold on the slopes. Bridget was locking the chapel, the last of the light on the old stone, the key in the old iron lock, the river below the stepping stones. The valley received you, as Irish valleys have received people since the first families settled here and built the chapel and began the keeping. With the mist and the green and the river and the beeswax and the old stone that holds 400 years of prayer, carry it with you on the days when the keeping feels thankless, the days when no one seems to notice what you tend and hold and maintain. Remember Bridget. Remember that she lights the candles whether anyone comes or not, that the keeping is its own reason. The work of tending is its own reward. You know the way here now, but tonight you are already here. The valley is misty. The chapel is locked. The river is running. Sleep now, deeply, completely. You deserve every mist soft, stone old, river still, candle warm, valley deep moment of this rest. Every single one. Good night. Sleep well. The valley through the night. The chapel at night. The chapel locked. The key with Bridget at her house. down the lane, the chapel in the dark, the stone, dark, the mist, finding it as the mist finds everything in the valley. At night, the damp on the stone, the old stone, cold in the October night, the beeswax candles, dark, their smoke gone, but their smell still faintly in the cold air. The chapel that is still what it always was, whether locked or open, whether light or dark, whether anyone is in it or not. The prayers in the walls, the prayers in the stone of the chapel, not metaphor, almost the prayers of the people who came here in grief, in gratitude, in the ordinary and extraordinary need that brings people to small chapels in Irish valleys, the prayers of the famine years, the worst years, the 1840s, when the potato failed, when the people of valleys like this died or left, the prayers of those years in the stone of this chapel, the prayers of the people who went to America, who sailed from Cork or Queenstown, who never came back, who prayed here before they left, whose prayers are here still in the stone, the river at night, the river in the valley at night, the sound that has been the background of the chapel for 400 years, the river that the glacier made the valley for, the river that the valley is named for, probably the rivers of the Irish West, named before history, named in the old language, the language that Bridget still knows, some of the old Irish, that is the river's real name, the name that was given before the English names, that was given when the valley had different people who gave different names, the river still answering to both names, the way the valley still holds both histories, the curlew from the bog above the valley, the curlew, the same curlew as Mare's Meadow, as the English moor, here in the Irish valley, above the mist, above the chapel, on the bog, its call coming down into the valley, through the mist, the call that Bridget has heard all her life from this valley, the curlew that her mother said was the sound of the souls of the people who left in the famine, calling back the old Irish belief, the curlew's call as the voice of the departed, the curlew calling from the bog into the misty valley. Bridget, hearing it from her house through her window, the call that she has always heard as more than a bird. The keeping is the word Bridget uses for what she does, not caretaking, not maintaining, keeping the way you keep a promise, the way you keep the faith, the keeping that is active, that requires attention, the keeping that is not simply not losing, but holding with intention, with care, with the willingness to show up on the cold mornings, on the wet Sundays, when no one comes, the keeping that she learned from her aunt, who learned it from whoever was before, the keeping that does not ask whether it is appreciated, the keeping that is its own answer to its own question. The morning at 7, Bridget, with the key, down the lane, through the mist, the valley, still misty. At 7, the morning mist, the October morning mist. She crosses the stepping stones, her feet finding them without looking. She has crossed these stones since she was a child. She opens the door, the smell, the cold stone, the beeswax, faint from yesterday's candles. She opens the window very slightly, the valley air coming in, the mist and the river and the autumn coming in. She lights one candle for the morning. She sits in the pew, the front pew, for a few minutes before the day. This is why she keeps the chapel. She does not say this to anyone, but this is why the few minutes in the morning before the day, the one candle, the cold stone, the mist through the open window, the river below, the valley around, the few minutes that are hers, that the keeping gives her, that nothing else gives. The chapel is locked. The key is with Bridget. The stone is cold. The beeswax is faint in the cold air. The mist is in the valley. The mist is in the trees. The river is below, running the curlew from the bog above. Its call carrying through the mist into the valley. Bridget is asleep down the lane, the key on the table beside her bed, the valley quiet, the mist thickening as the night deepens, and you are sleeping deeply, completely, peacefully in the Irish Valley, in the mist, the old stone around you, 400 years of prayer in the walls, the river below, the curlew above, the keeping that is its own reason. This is exactly where you should be. This is exactly what you deserve. Every mist soft, stone old, river still, candle warm, valley deep moment. Every single one. You are safe. You are held. You are at peace. Good night, dear friend. Sleep well. Sleep deeply. Good night.